Hi everyone and welcome to Indian Racing League. This is Division 1. We are in Australia and considering the circumstances that a 13-year-old racer Shreyas Harish passed away tragically earlier this afternoon, we'll be observing a minute's silence in qualifying. So keep him in your thoughts and condolences to his friends and family. We'll see you after a minute. All right, and we are back, everyone. So, welcome once again to Indian Racing League. We are in Melbourne, in Australia, and which is a traditional season opener, usually in the real life Grand Prix until a few seasons ago, replaced by Bahrain. But we are in the new layout, and joining me in the comms box is Noov who once again very suspiciously crashed out last night. Noov, hello, how are you doing? And what are your feelings
How
about
to
this
you,
race?
Mala? It's another D1 race. I'm just looking for more controversy, more drama, as always. Yeah, that's about it.
Yep, two. Oh, epic brothers.
I was about to mention him. He started his lap before anyone else, and he
He
just
did.
wins it in the
Now
very.
it is. I think he had a collie ban, which
As
he
always.
once again did not serve, and I think that
Technically, he
was.
did serve it because he did DNF.
Yeah, but when you serve a collie ban, you're not supposed to come out of the pits. As I see an Aston Martin and PSI legends dancing through the second sector, as PSI did dance in Belgium,
Dance,
completely lost his
metamorphosis.
completely lost his bearings, I would say, when he saw a wild Caesar rejoining the track. But either ways, I think the Aston Martin, which was ahead of him, was Vyom. He was on an out lap, but now Vyom has started one. So I think he will be one of the first people to put in a
But
tap.
he's on the
Oh yeah,
medium
he's on the
tires though.
medium tires. So
Both
well,
both Aston Martin and the two former Ferrari teammates, Rosberg and Yash Rosalia, on the medium.
oh yeah, medium tires for them. So not sure what's going on. Maybe just saving a few tires as Vyom goes very wide. So that lap is invalidated, but not that it would have been representative anyway. So we'll continue on with PSI Legends and see what he can do. And Mayank is saying that he misses my commentary in D2. Well, it's been a while since I commentated in D2. I think season 4 or 5 was probably the last time I did that, along with I think Shah and Shadow and a few other co-commentators as PSI Legends now in as Raman expresses his surprise that I was once a Division 1 driver. No, Raman, I was never a Division 1 driver. I was a driver who was driving or racing with Division 1 people when there were only one when there was only one division in IRL. So
There was one division that doesn't make you a Division 1 driver, hello.
that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm trying to be humble, Nishan, something which You wouldn't understand as PSI goes
Yeah, cause I have
fastest
won
with an
D1 twice, so I
18.
don't know what you're saying.
Okay, sure.
No
Yes,
need
you
for me
have
to be humble.
VFX. You have one D1 twice. SPSI goes fastest with an 18.3. I have no idea what do you think is going to be a good pole time or a time probably good enough for pole position over here. So we'll have to wait and watch as watching Quick Killer and losing his rear end at the exit of the final corner does go P3 just behind Yash Gosalia, who's in the Ferrari. So two consecutive seasons for Yash Gosalia in the Ferrari, and well, let's see what happens. Mercurial Caesar on the intermediate strat. So that is an eSports strat, using intermediates for the first run in quali and just trying to get a feel of the track. But I don't
That's an
think
Azul strat.
Lazul
Esports
strat
World
is
from
not
Azul.
to do quali at all. I don't think Caesar is gonna, follow his footsteps. But let's see what he does. As spectating Bharat right now, and through this very long back straight. Now that they have eliminated one corner, so there's a huge DRS zone as well in this part of the track. As sliding his way through that left-right chicane is Bharat in his Alpha Tauri, and his teammate meanwhile Shalak Luck still in the pits. We had to wait a bit to get all drivers in, and we're still waiting for our previous race winner, which is Blood Wave, who won the sprint and the main race in Belgium in commanding fashion. He's yet to join the lobby, so let's hope he does that as TBK goes fastest with an 18.0, which leads me to believe, Vifix, that we could see a mid 17s maybe. Is that possible, or at least a low 17s
Yeah,
for
easily.
a pole time?
I think maybe even not the 16s, but a low 17s is very much possible.
Yeah, and Jishnu's time
Considering
is
that
very
yesterday's pole
impressive.
timing was low 17.
Oh, then that makes sense. Then maybe even low 16s if that is on the horizon. As Jishnu goes P2 with
On the medium.
on the mediums, yeah, exactly. So Jishnu's looking very strong here. Let's find out if someone's on a lap. VFX is on the mediums as well. Sid Venkatesh seems to have just started his lap, so let's see how that's.
I think VFX is on a race run.
Yeah, two laps, consecutive laps on those mediums, so it's definitely not on a proper quali lap as Ethan, who's probably joining us in September. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ethan. And VFX goes fastest now on those worn medium tires, so 17.8. So slowly unleashing the pace. And let's see what
Using the
happens.
Kundalini.
I would really not want to use that word. But looking at the points table, it is VFX who's now leading the championship. So the next time he's on a soft tire, we will go on board with him throughout the entire of the lap. Hushrav and Chips are also on the route lap, so they will be starting to set the circuit on fire pretty soon. Currently watching Sid Venkatesh as he rounds up the final corner. He's been a consistent driver in D2 and has shown early promising signs in Division 1. Sid Venkatesh, the most respected stewards we have out there, and goes P10. And that time does need to improve from him, and I think he has more in store.
Yep, and I think Vyom is now on the soft tires. So.
Yep, I am spectating
And
Vyom as Bloodwave has
joined.
joined. So we have a full grid, ladies and gentlemen. And Easy Level Bot in the comments is predicting a 16.8 for a pole lap. So let's see how close we get to that. And Easy Level Bot, if that does happen, if we get a 16.8, oh, now it's changed it to 16.9, whatever. So what your prediction is, if we get that, your next incident which happens and where you are at fault, I will give you an NFA. Let's see if that works out. But Vyom now.
Easy Level Bot, please record this. Please.
Goes 17.7 Vyom with fastest time that is 1.5 times faster than VFX. Not again representative. What is Hushrav up? Oh, Hushrav has invalidated his lap time, so he'll have to run again.
He's just starting his lap, I think.
Maybe. Yeah. He is starting his lap, so maybe would have probably gone off track.
It's at the start of the lap, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how he has timed this very well. As Ethan is now getting in on the action, saying 17:03 could be a possible pole time. Let's see, right on board with Khusrav to see is completely flat out through that section of the track, but doesn't have much battery, does he? Now, so let's see what he does. Khusrav in his Ferrari once again. He is chasing his second RL title. VFX chasing his third, obviously, and Caesar chasing his fourth one. So plenty of champions on the grid, and I'm sure I'm missing someone. No, Abhishek's just missed out. Ashwin Lakhwani, of course, chasing his second as well, the inaugural IL champion. So let's see what Khusrav does, and then we'll move to VFX, who is on an out lap. So we'll go on board with him for the entirety of the lap, and see what kind of lines he takes through this circuit, which is, I would say, one of the difficult circuits to get a lap around if you want to use every inch of the track. Khusrav goes P2 with a 17.7 and mere 11 thousandths of a second between Vyom and Khusrav. So, alright, so we've
Yeah, and he
still
only
on
half
his.
to VRS, I think. He was out of VRS towards the end of the lap for sure. So
Yeah,
there's
he
more to come
was.
from him for sure.
Absolutely. Ashwin Lakhwani up by a tenth in his second sector. So across the line, that should put him well into the top 10. Ashwin across the line, he goes P7 with an 18.1. So three people who are on. Oh, VFX, what happened there? Was he trying to. Oh, he's completely ruined his lap now.
He's starting one, but I don't think he will now.
No, he won't. Yeah, there's grass on his tire, so he's coming back in. And I do see a change somewhere. Did Jishnu go faster? No, Jishnu is actually going faster. He has a car in front of him, so let's follow him. And I hope that the car can get out of the way. They don't seem to be on a hot lap themselves. Yes, that is the case, and Jishnu does get a clear run through that awkward right-hander, which is also one of those key track changes which have been made on this circuit. So round through the final couple of corners, goes down to the third gear, kisses the apex, and has to be careful on the battery here, on the power here, and does so. And across the line goes Jishnu. This could put him into the 17s. It does put him on top of the field with the provisional pole time of a 17.4.
He
3 tenths
gained 4
clear.
tenths in the last two corners.
Yep, that is a massive improvement, and wow, look at that. 3 tenths. That's a gap, and you can only imagine what it would have been like with Redstone also racing, because that's clearly 3 to 4 people who are in the contention for pole position. Quick Killer also, very good lap time from him with a 17.8, so he seems hooked on to this circuit. Bloodway with a 17.8, remember he got pole last time in Belgium. Ashwin Lakhwan is still circulating through this, so is he going to improve? No, he's not, but he might just start another lap. Let's try to pick out someone who is on a lap. Is TBK on a lap? No, he is not. In fact,
is on the lap.
Abhishek's, which position is he in?
I don't
He's in
think he's
P9,
improving on his lap.
and he has invalidated.
And he's invalidated.
Yeah, so that's not gonna help. Blood X Wave is down on his time.
There's
TBK.
Bharat and Sid Venkatesh.
Let's see what Sid is up to. Sid is in the first sector, Bharat in the second, and is down on his time, Bharat. So now he crosses the second sector time. It goes purple if the game is to be believed, and that's well controlled through the fast left-right chicane. So we'll wait until he crosses the finish line to see. Meanwhile, Sid Venkatesh through the first sector is down on his time, so that's not gonna help. Caesar is also on a lap, and there's a Ferrari or some red car in front of him. Might not be a Ferrari, might be someone else, giving a distant tow to Caesar, but we'll come back to him as Bharat pits. So let's stay with Caesar then and see what he does. In fact, let's go on board with him. There's an Alfa Romeo, not a Ferrari, and they will get out of the way. So let's stay on board with Caesar for the rest of the lap, which is the third sector. It's a little close to that inside curve than he would have wanted to, but then is swinging the car to the right of the track, probably goes a bit on the grass, and that's not the best of the lines through the penultimate corner. But nevertheless, he will finish the lap, almost losing his backhand there. In fact, he did lose his backhand and some time. Goes P2 with a 17.6. That's a very good lap by Caesar, and is completely throwing his car around there. And what would have been if he had not made those few mistakes. He would have been lost closer to Jishnu, maybe even ahead of him. Who knows? But he might
We're gonna
just.
get some quick laps now, aren't we?
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Caesar has enough time to come back in the pits and go for another run. So probably that's his call he done. But we'll keep an eye out on him. Hushrav has just come out on track. VFX still in the pits. So yeah, these are the final runs, and these will need to count as Sid Venkatesh still out on the track and is not improving. Maybe has just enough time to come back in, but I don't think it's gonna happen for him in this qualifying session so far. Ashwin on a lap as well, but he's on an out lap. So let's go with Hushrav then, who's going to be the one of the first few people to set their final runs, and he seems to have a relatively clear track ahead of him until the first sector at least, and see what kind of lines he takes. Well, this is something which I noticed last night, Nuksan, and I would love your take on it as well. The first corner, the inside curb can throw you off a little bit if you hit it at the incorrect angle. So drivers have to be careful not to cut it too much. You might not get a warning for it, but it might unsettle your car.
Yeah. So what do you need my input on?
I'm asking if you
I
feel the
used
same, or
to.
were you comfortable on the curb?
No, I tried to avoid as much as I could. I tried to avoid completely and just go a bit more deep into the corner, and then cut back on the inside, on the
Yep,
second part of the chicane.
that seems to be the case here as Leclerc has retired from the session, and that's probably not in the pits. Hushra was up by more than a tenth in the first sector. I did not really catch how much his advantage was in the second sector, but we're gonna see out this lap and see if Hushrav can gain those 3 tenths. That's a lot of time to be gained, but I think he's perfectly capable of it. And through the final corner, now pedal to the metal. It's a yellow flag still in sector 1. Hushrav goes with a 17.2, and that is provisional pole, 2 tenths clear. And let's see where else everyone is. VFX still on an out lap. Vyom is on a hot lap, and he's in the first sector approaching turn 3 now, and has gone a little bit deep, I would think, through that. So let's see what his first sector time is gonna be. Nuksan, if you can help me with more people who are on a competitive lap, that would help me to switch to them. Vyom has had a terrible first sector, so that's probably his call it. And Yash Gosalia now through the first sector, and he is
He's
up
up
on his
by
time
10.
as well. Yeah, he's up by 10, so that's gonna help. Ashwin has just started his lap. Where is Caesar? Caesar still in the pit, so that is his quali done. VFX is gonna make it, so he will start his lap. And what about Blood Wave? Blood Wave is just starting a lap as well. Blood Wave onto the grass at the exit of the second corner, so that's probably his quali done. And what about TBK? TBK in the first sector going through that right-hander, which sometimes catches people out. Through the first sector is down on his time. Yash Gosalia has made a mistake and he is not improving either. What about PSI Legends? We'll come back to him. First, what
Vyom-
about Jishnu?
Vyom just started. There's everyone and their mothers on lap right now.
Hushrav is retired in the pits
But,
and Vyom has just started the lap, so we'll keep an eye out on him. Quick Killer is improving in the first sector. It's a very, very quick. Yeah, Gosala in the pits as well. Is Vyom improving? No, he's not. He's made a mistake again. Or at least, I mean, he's not improving by much at least. Jishnu has invalidated. Yeah, I keep losing your voice as well, Nobshan. So maybe leave the party and join back. I'm not sure if that's gonna help. Meanwhile, I'll continue with this as VFX now in the second sector. I'm not sure what his advantage is, but through the final couple of corners, and let's see what this lap time is. Is it going to be near? He needs 6 tenths, and that's a lot of improvement, but I'm not sure if he has that much pace in the bag. Across the line goes VFX, goes P4, the 17.4. Vyom is not going to improve, neither is Quick Killer. Yeah, Vyom has invalidated. PSI has.
Sid Venkatesh up by
Oh,
3
yeah.
tenths.
Let's go with Sid Venkatesh then. Around the final corner, so Sid Venkatesh could. Well, it's might have just jumped Leclerc. That's it. Or I think he jumped more people than that, maybe. But that is clearly done, as it is Hushraf who takes pole from Jishnu, and then Blood Wave in P3 with
So
VFix.
did Ethan break 17 too? I think he did, right?
Yeah, he said 17.3, so that's pretty close, Ethan.
I mean, he's off by 1400. So
Yeah, just 14
can't
thousandths
forget
of a
on that.
second is what he's off by. But Caesar in P5, Vyom in P6. So this is going to be very interesting down into turn 1 and the first lap alone. Quick Killer P7, Bharat P8, Abhishek P9. TBK, that was a lackluster qualifying from him. Usually he's not 7 tenths off the pace. In P10, Yash Gosalia P11, Ashwin in P12, Sonic Hawk and PSI Legends on 7th of the grid. Sid Venkatesh Chips are the people who set the lap times, and then Easy Level Bot, Epic Brothers, and of course Azun without a lap time against that name. But Epic Brothers, once again, I think he forgot to
I
stay
think
in
his
the
argument
pits.
will be no one reminded him.
So yeah, I mean we have all heard that before. But either ways, that's call it done, and now time for the race, or as we call the safety car Grand Prix. Because let's face it, this is Australia, and for people who are watching, we have 9 people watching so far right now. So let us know in the comments how many safety cars do you see or do you predict being deployed. As I can see people cheering from above the pit lane, and the race has not even started. The cars are still in the pits, so I'm not sure. But either is no Jin. Epic might not be DSQ'd, but we'll have to wait and watch. I have no idea what's going on there. So we'll wait, and again, there is enough scope to create controversy. So either ways, I think no formation lap, so we'll have to be very careful once the lights go out. And there you go. There's 3, 4, 5 lights on the grid. It is lights out and we're underway. It's a good start for Hushraf, and I have to disable telemetry. And further behind, oh, there's someone on the grass. That is Blood X Wave, maybe on the grass, and he's losing a few positions. No, it was someone else, but he's going side by side by Quick Killer. Oh, there's a huge crash behind them. Abhishek is retired. It's a safety car. PSI has retired. Yash Gosalia gets a 5 second penalty. I'm sorry. And
Yash has a broken wing.
Yash has a wing broken, and I'm sure there are more people who have damage. Well,
The top 6 got away decently well. I think Bloodwave might have some damage. But
I did see a car on the grass. Now, if it wasn't Bloodwave, I'm not sure who. I'm pretty sure it was Bloodwave, but he still held his nerve and is still in P6. So, he started in P3, has lost 3 positions, but is still in the running. Can't say the same for PSI and Abhishek. And Nova and Utkarsh, if you're watching, get your notebooks out, because we have once again a busy week ahead of us. Let's have a look at the tire choices. Top 3. I mean, well, Quick Killer did not start in the top 3, but Hushraf and Jishnu on the mediums. We can see VFX once again opting for those soft tires. Remember, he did that in the first race. I think, where was the first race? My memory is really terrible. It was Hungary, yeah, where he was on the soft tires, and that strategy didn't really pay off. He would hope that this time it does. Bharat is in the pits, Ashwin Lakhwani in the pits, Yash in the pits, Chips, Epic Brothers. So that's a lot of people who need to get their tires changed. Bharat he did not really get his wing changed. So I'm not sure if the pit crew just screwed up.
He cut the pit lane as well for.
Oh, did he? Well, eagle-eyed viewers will take a note of that if they want some more drivers to be penalized. As Nova, yes, you're right. It's too much to ask for. If you want a chill week, no, that's not gonna happen. Bharat and TBK, the only people who are on hard tires, and Vyom has a penalty, which I believe is a 5 seconds. So he could have gotten it removed right now, and then safety car, but probably wants track position Vyom. So, well, but
Yeah,
Noobshan, were you on board with anyone slightly behind in the order to see what happened between
Oh,
PSI and Abhishek
so
and
I
a
was
few
on
other
board
cars.
with Vifix at the time. I saw Bloodwave go on the grass, but
Yeah.
I completely missed out the hangama going on behind.
Yeah, I mean, I did see Abhishek's perpendicular to the track, so which is when I knew that it's not gonna be safe for the
Something's
drivers
afoot.
behind. But either ways, I mean, we are still have 18 drivers, so let's see. Right, so I think it was Ethan who predicted 3 safety cars. Well, Ethan, at this rate, will definitely have more than three, considering these are D1 drivers and some of the most impatient people on the planet I have encountered. So I expect more than three, but I hope that there are no more safety cars after this, and I hope someone in the pits, the Charles Leclerc, was in the pits. So I do have damage, Jin, but that's emotional in nature, or rather talent, as Norris said in Austria. Sorry. So anyway, so it's Leclerc, Azun, and Yash. Yash is in the pits again. Is he having his wing change now? We're not sure, but he's on the hard tires. He was on the mediums earlier, as PSI is paying tribute to Vyom. So PSI, let us know what happened. I know you don't want anything to do with me, but for the people who are still tuning in, give us your version of events, what really went on in that crash, and yeah, just give us your take on it. As the safety car, let's hope it is in this lap because Leclerc, Gosalia, and Azun will catch up to the rest of the pack. Abhishek's car did not ghost, is what Ethan is saying. Yes, that was evident, Ethan. But well, I want to also know how he was 90 degrees to the track as well at the same time. Did he go on the grass, or did he have a moment, or did he collide with someone? But either ways, the message from race control is that the safety car will be in this lap, and I will be on board with VFix and see how Hushrav manages the safety car reset. You can see on your bottom right where the safety car is. This yellow dot is the safety car, and Hushrav has to wait until that yellow dot goes in the pits. So we're still waiting. We've not gone yet, and let's see when Hushrav finally decides to bolt. It could be after this corner. VFix takes that curve, which he probably should not have taken, but it's still pretty close to Quick Killer, and we are racing once again for the safety car Grand Prix. Blood X-Wave is very clear, very near, sorry, to Caesar. So let's see if this works out well for him. He's trying to go for a move. Oh, and he has collected Caesar in that one. Former teammates collide. Controversy once again. And now it is Vyom on the back of him. Riding on board with Vyom. And there is a yellow flag in sector 1 somewhere. Vyom does get ahead. Bloodwave losing another position. Well, he's just ahead of TBK right now, and Sonic Hawk is in close pursuit. But that's a very intelligent comment by Chin, as Quick Killer loses the position to VFX. So VFX now stretching his legs and using his soft tires to good effect. Behind them, TBK and Sonic Hawk going side by side, and Sonic Hawk right round the outside does get TBK, easy level bot, and Sid Venkatesh exchanging positions as well. But let's see if TBK can get any closer to Sonic Hawk. I don't think he can. And behind, I can see Chips trying a move on Sid Venkatesh, but that's not really going to work out, and he'll have to wait until the end of this sector, maybe on the main straight. DRS will be activated after a couple of laps, remember, because we had that safety car period, and we are all aboard the Sid Venkatesh train. As I can see, Bharat now pulling out of the slipstream, but first it will be Chips who will go for a move there. Will he go for a move right now? Yes, he does go for a move, and oh, that was a bit sketchy there. Chips just about survives to fight another day. There are still side by side people. There's a McLaren of Ashwin Lakhwani and Bharat in the AlphaTauri. Ashwin Lakhwani on the inside. Bharat takes the outside line and keeps the position. And Ashwin would be careful not to lose a position to Epic Brothers behind. And behind him is Charles. It's all kicking off here, Noobshan.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the Sid Venkatesh train right now.
It's still conducting the
From
train.
P10 to P17, they're all following him in one line.
Yeah, and look at Jishnu. Meanwhile, he's so close to Hushrav. So Jishnu is a man on a mission, and he is very close to Hushrav. Vyom is on the back of Quick Killer, and Vyom might just go for a move here. Let's see if he goes down the inside. Yes, he does, and Quick Killer is wise enough to give him that space and the opportunity to go ahead. And Sid Venkatesh.
Oh, they went side by side momentarily in this third last corner, and it's allowed Bloodwave to come back into this battle now for P5 and P4.
Yep, that is true, as DRS has been enabled. VFix on the back of Jishnu now. So what seemed to be a 2-car fight is now quickly turning into a 3-car battle for the lead of the race. As Jin says that the first phase of pit stops, well, usually this is a one-stopper in Australia, is lap 10 to 12. So we have another 4 or 5 laps before cars think about pitting. But it will be VFix's tires who would not be feeling at their optimum performance right now. So VFix needs to get these overtakes done as soon as possible, so as to use that tire advantage, which he might be feeling that it's diminishing at every single corner. Further behind, Chips still on the back of Sid Venkatesh. So Sid holding his own in P10, and that's the last points paying position. And let's see, the yellow flag is a safety car. Ashwin Lakhwani. No wing for Ashwin Lakhwani. Oh, why did my voice just break like that? But no wing.
You sounded Punjabi for a second over there.
No wing for Ashwin, so no idea once again what happened. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, Jin, as Ashwin not fails, but struggles to keep this car on the track. Let's see if anyone is thinking about pitting. Someone could probably dive in the pits, especially the soft runners for a set of hard tires. But on those hards right now is Jishnu pits. VFix stays out. Hushrav and Jishnu both pit. VFix stays out on the mediums, on the softs rather. And it's a double stack for Aston Martin because Vyom is in the pits as well. So that is interesting. Vyom is going to lose a few times. Azun gets a 5 second. That's not something which I'm used to seeing. Azun making a rare mistake as Ashwin retires from the session. So maybe it was more than just front wing damage, and Vyom is going to filter out at the end of the field. That is pretty harsh, but it seems like a lot of people did not pit. You can see Hushrav, who came out in P13. So he was leading the race, so he's gonna do. He'll have to do a lot of overtaking to get anywhere close to the people in front, and that is safety car number 2, Ethan. So, do you still want to stick to your prediction when you said 3 safety cars? Because I really see that we're gonna have much more, multiples of 3 safety cars this race.
Also, interesting stat, if there's no more safety cars and if the hard tires can go till the end, Azun is currently net P3.
He is net P3 as Sonic Hawk and TBK exchanging positions and keeping those exchanged positions. But yeah, speaking about the safety car periods and Azun, do you think he's gonna pit again?
Just pit. Yeah, he might.
To get rid of his 5 second, because that's something which the stewards won't remove. So might as well just
confidence steward himself. I think he will.
So let's see what he does, and he's gonna lose those 2 positions behind him, Azun, but at least he'll be penalty free. Hopefully for him for the rest of the race, as the safety car really slowing the pack down, and Azun stays out.
He does
he does pit. Sorry, it was someone else I was watching. Azun does pit. Leclerc, and what is going on? Why are people exchanging positions? As Leclerc and Charles, and now they are back in the correct position. So Azun in the pits, what tires for him. Solving the 5 second penalty is really awkward.
He's on
Zoomed
the
in shot
medium.
of the tires, and he's on the medium tires. So, well, he'll have one more stop to go, but I think that's the correct call from him. He was also on the podium last time out when we raced here last season. It was Redstone, who's not racing with us today, Hushrav, or not Hushrav, VFX, and Azun, who were on the podium.
Yeah, I
Either
mean, let's
ways,
see how far up he can sneak his way into this race. He's made a habit of just taking advantage of other people's demise.
well, that's
Uh,
smart way of racing, isn't it? I mean, just not get involved in any incidents, and
yeah,
well,
but
I
is it
know
really racing at that point though?
I know there's one driver who does not like him not qualifying and still getting a lot of points. That driver is in P5 right now, and that driver is his teammate today, TBK. But I think Azun has made a name for himself for being notorious for avoiding incidents if there's anything like that. But either ways, it is going to be VFX who's going to lead the safety car restart, and will go on board with Bloodwave. Maybe Bloodwave has had a few incidents already. First one was on lap 1, turn 1, and then he had a collision with Caesar, was down in P15. So, ex teammates colliding, that's something which is not very new to IRL, but that would probably mean that Bloodwave's existence in the server could be under question. But either ways, it is going to be VFix, and he has not bolted yet, but he might go soon. He's taking it to the line. Quick Killer is very eager to get a move on, and is not even. Oh, that was close. That was very close, and they're still sorting it out. VFX is gonna take this to the line, and now he has gone, and they're side by side behind. That is Sonic Hawk and TBK. That might be a penalty for one of the two, and just about sorting themselves out as TBK settles in P5. Vyom losing a position to Caesar. Vyom, in fact, getting a position on Caesar. Chips
And Jishnu.
and Jishnu, yes, and oh, there's going round the outside, Sid Venkatesh, but Chips does get that position eventually. Now Bharat might take an advantage of that. Yes, it does, and Charles Leclerc might snake his way through as well. Hopefully, there's no contact. There is some contact, or at least it was pushed wide, and he might lose more positions here as Hushrav goes past, and then is Sid Venkatesh losing more positions there. That is something which.
Oh, two Aston Martins collide.
Oh!
Two
What
Aston
is going
Martins
on?
collide.
Yeah, the Aston Martin's colliding, and I saw some front wings flying.
Jishnu doesn't have a front wing.
Yeah, Jishnu. So it was a very good qualifying for him, but not the race he had planned. And now Sid Venkatesh does overtake Jishnu. Hushrav has going for a move on Epic Brothers. TBK has a 3 second time penalty. Hushrav will sweep around the outside and does take P10. So Hushrav already in the points, and we'd be hoping to make up some more positions in the next few laps, as currently on board with Caesar. He's using his battery, but I don't think he's close enough to make a move. So he'll have to stay behind Epic Brothers for now. And up ahead, it is Sonic Hawk, who might be on a move. No, he does not. Thinks the better of it and sticks behind him before.
Incident.
Yeah. So Chips still
So much
behind in
going on
P.
everywhere.
Yeah, he's a little bot in P6, defending hard from Chips as Vyom gets ahead of Yash Gosalia, and that's not the best line by Chips. Went a bit on the grass, and you can see Bharat closing all the time, and further behind there are people going side by side. There's Hushrav trying a move on Charles Leclerc, and Hushrav might just about get it, but he'll have the inside line for the next corner, which is not always the best. And there is some contact, and Hushrav is round, which is what I had predicted. Going side by side through that corner. Well, he has damage probably, but he's not lost his entire front wing, as Quick Killer has lost the position to Blood Wave. There was a momentary yellow flag, but it is. Well, there's still a yellow flag in Sector 3.
I think it's a hard Epic Brothers round, I think.
Yeah, and Hushrav now is in P16. So people who were leading the race, Hushrav and Jishnu, are now trailing everyone else as Quick Killer tries to go for a move. But stays. Oh no, it was in fact Sonic Hawk who was trying to go for a move there, but stays behind in P4. And Sonic Hawk is being very racy here right now. Let's see what Chips is up to. Chips still behind Bharat. And this midfield battle between Easy Level Bot and Chips and Bharat. And now that TBK is also involved and Leclerc has caught up and Caesar has caught up, and behind them is the Vyom, and then Azun obviously ready to snake his way through. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Oh, Vyom and Caesar.
Oh,
Contact.
Caesar! It could be a safety car. Gosale has retired from the session. It is a safety car number 3. And, oh my god. I am taking a leave from stewarding this week.
Azun has lost his front wing somehow.
Azun has lost his front wing. No, oh yes, he has.
Yeah.
And guys, come on, please sort yourself out, please. Gosal has left the session, and
this is funny to watch. This is peak entertainment, and I just hope Caesar opens up the D1 inquiry for me, because
no, I just hope we monetize this. This is better than Netflix, guys. We fix in the pits, and he might go on a set of mediums, maybe. Yeah, that's what Jin seems to believe. And let's see what he does. I see a lot of people coming in. Bloodwave stays out, and VFix does. Yes, he does go on to the mediums. And no. You can't wriggle your way out of this one. You are not busy at all. If you're busy, then make time for stewarding, because this is gonna be a lot of headache. But VFix comes out in P6. That's a good position for him, considering the people ahead of him probably will need to pit again. And Caesar stays out in P8. Caesar and Vyom had an incident, and they both are still out, and then they didn't pit in the safety car period. So probably just lost time and positions, but not really any carbon fiber on the cars. As Hushrab in the pits, and is he going for a set of mediums? No, he's not. In fact, he's going on a set of old hards. As Abhishek's in the chat, Abhishek's, what happened? Lap 1, why were you perpendicular to the track? And who did you collide with, or was it you by yourself? Did you go on the grass? Let us know. As Noah has a good scheme, that's probably the best thing Noah has said in a while now, which basically means anyone who reports gets a 5-second time penalty. As Abhishek is saying, it was Vyom who had an incident with him. So Vyom has had incidents with Abhishek, and then of course seems like he had an incident with Caesar as well.
Overlord.
So the supreme leader himself. So Bloodwave has of course experience in leading the safety car restart. Yeah, he's yet to pit. He's been on those mediums since the start of the race, and because of this so many safety cars, he might choose an optimal lap to pit, maybe under the safety car or under green flag conditions, and then go on the soft tires. Meanwhile, let's see what others do. But it's going to be an interesting race, and I really hope that we have had maybe one lap of DRS, and not even one full lap of DRS. So again, Australia being Australia, and I hope next time we set the safety car frequency to reduced,
because otherwise it's good like this, the amount of drama you get.
But it's not. Oh, what is Bloodwave doing? Bloodwave, bro, stay behind. Bloodwave, stay behind. You'll get disqualified. Please don't overtake the safety car. Oh, that was.
I think he's trying to be like Lewis, asking the safety car to go faster.
Yeah, but not at that cost. I remember it was Jishnu once who did get DSQ'd.
Yeah.
And I think once it was also Mayank from Division 2 who got disqualified because he overtook the safety car. So Bloodwave has to be careful here, and he's still trying to be he's weaving his way, and safety car might be in this lap. Let's hope so, and we can get more drama and cinema. But yeah, what I was trying to say is that we should monetize this. I mean, Netflix charges what, 600?
Just get Christopher Nolan on this instead of like some random bomb movie or something.
Anyone like Christopher Nolan or Even Rohit Shetty would be apt, honestly, for this kind
I
of a
mean,
wreckfest.
all of Rohit Shetty's movies always involve a car flying, and we
I
always have that.
that's what I'm trying to say.
So,
So Rohit Shetty, if you're watching, uh, like give us a call, give Caesar a
yeah, and
call, or
I apologize for Malav's annoying voice, but yeah, please give me a call if not Malav.
right. So going to be underway pretty soon. I can see two Alpha Tauris in the top four. That's good track position right now. And Srikanth is asking Hushrav is gonna cook. Yes, Hushrav is gonna cook from the back of the field. But right now we'll watch Blood Wave lead a safety car restart, and let's see what he does. Is he going to leave it very late like VFix did the last safety car restart, or is he gonna go earlier than that? Is still slowing the pack down, or is almost lost the car there trying to weave. And is still weaving. Bharat has no interest in weaving, and now we are underway. We see a few cars, and we are underway. So let's see what happens as Chips is trying to move on Blood Wave, or Blood Wave go, not Blood Wave, Bharat, and Chips might just about get his nose ahead. So we'll keep on board with Charles Leclerc here and see his teammate getting overtaken. Can Leclerc follow suit? I think he got hit by someone behind, and there could be some more drama here. The car's going very, very wide. This is not helping my heart rate as the wings flying.
Damage again.
Yeah, there's more wings flying. And oh my god, what is this track? This is 3 wide through the second sector straight.
Yes, I love this track, honestly.
I hate this track.
Every season we come to this track and we see immense amounts of drama and carnage.
They're trying to go side by side through the chicane, and that's how it's done, guys. That's how you not lose. Oh, Caesar losing. Caesar letting people through. I think he let his teammate through. Yeah, Sid Venkatesh. So Caesar seems to have damage and might pit at the end of this lap. Hoshav is still in the last position, so he has not gained any positions at the restart. And let's see what happens. Bharat is lost a position to TBK and Sonic Hawk and might lose more positions, but up ahead, Quick Killer is on the back of Charles. Is Quick Killer going to go for a move on the inside? You bet he will. And he's up and oh, that puts Leclerc on the grass, and Leclerc might lose one more position here. Yes, he does. In fact, he loses another position to Sonic Hawk as well, as Sid Venkatesh and Jishnu are going side by side, and Jishnu does get ahead of the Red Bull. Vyom now on the back of Chips, and this is gonna be interesting. Is this going to be Austria Part 2? And are we going to hear Chips swear on his team radio? Vyom getting very close there, and now he
right behind them.
VFix right behind is the popcorn, and Vyom has gotten ahead. Now let's see how quickly can VFix get past Chips. Because of course on these tires since almost the start of the race, here goes VFix has a brilliant run through the fast left right chicane, and I don't think Chips is gonna fight it that much because clearly VFX has the better tires and the performance to make his way past. So that's once again Williams on the podium, and let's see what happens after that as TBK now on the back of Quick Killer. TBK of course has penalty, and it seems like Sonic Hawk and TBK are pretty much inseparable this race. Even if they're overtaking people, they're overtaking them in
Pairs,
kind of
like
in pairs. Yeah. And look at the advantage that he has had. Blood Wave leading this race. Yeah, Leclerc does pit. I have a feeling he might retire. I hope he doesn't, but he has a 5-second penalty. VFX losing a position to Vyom. Completely did not see that coming. VFX is still trying to hang it around the outside, but Vyom does take that position. So, in fact, it was VFX was trying a move. Sorry, so VFX was
the chart.
Yeah, my bad. So DRS has it been enabled? I'm not entirely sure, but VFX's tire advantage and pace advantage clearly showing. He's using a lot of battery to get past. His rear wing is open, but Vyom I think at the same time is depleting battery. So VFX might not get a. Please don't go for a move here. That's not gonna end well. VFX thinks the better of it, and now is the time to deploy the battery. You can see Vyom still doing everything he can to keep the Williams behind, and Vyom is gonna brake late into that corner, runs the VFX a bit out of road, but that's still okay as Epic Brothers gets past Sid Venkatesh, and now
How
Chips
I
and
had
Quickkill
missed
have.
this.
Well, let's see. So Quickkill is trying to get past Chips, but Vfix is trying to get past Vyom, and he will have another opportunity on the main straight. Vyom will have the inside line, Vfix will have the outside line, and Vyom will once again break deep into the next corner. And Vfix, what a move that is! That was very brave. And he's up ahead into P2, but Vyom might go for a dive. You never know what Vyom is gonna do. And Vfix does stay ahead going into turn 3. Meanwhile, Chips has managed to keep Quick Killer behind.
Yeah, now he's close to Vyom as well.
He is further behind TBK, behind Sonic Hawk. So somewhere Sonic Hawk lost a position. Sonic Hawk gained a position on TBK. So let's see what they can produce. As Jishnu now is up into P8. So Jishnu, after losing a few positions and all that, he was P16 or P17. Remember, at one point in time, is now back up into P8 as he's trying to get past, and he has gotten past. TBK, what a move! Had a lot of overspeed there as Epic Brothers and Bharat are also battling to the same section of the track, and Epic Brothers stays in P10 as
Stayed involved
Sid
as well.
Venkatesh sneaks his way through, and that was very good to see as Sid makes his way
Khosrav has
through.
some kind of rear wing or
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Husrev was
underbody
damaged.
damage. He
Yeah,
just lost 2 seconds to Azun in a matter of 3 corners. So
yeah, and Azun, who himself has overtaken Bharat now, so he's up into P12. We'll go to this battle because it is Quick Killer trying to go for a move on Chips, and Quick Killer has made that work. He'll get a second dose of DRS into turn 3, so probably that's Mercedes solidifying P3 for now, but of course, Quick Killer going to the end of the race maybe. Chips still yet to pit. I mean, he's pitted once, but he definitely will need to pit again. Now, we'll keep an eye out on the gap between the two Williams, Noobshan, if you can help me with that, because Bloodwave was more
yeah,
than 3 seconds ahead of VFix. That gap has come down in the past few laps. So VFix probably going to the end of the race. Those mediums will last. But first, let's see if Sonic Hawk can get a move done on Chips.
Breeze is fast, honestly. What does Jishnu do from behind though?
Well, so
And Sonic
that
has
is
lost ERS by the way.
just trying to get past once again. Is trying to go for a move on Sonic Hawk, and that is Chips round. Well, both had DRS because of the cars in front, and well, 2 into
Disaster
1
for Alpine.
does not go. So we'll have to wait and watch what happens. Quick Kill on the back of Vyom. Vyom is losing some time now, and Quick Killer has seemed quick all weekend, and Quick Killer is easily past Vyom here. That's a good confident overtake from Quick Killer that puts him up into P3, and he is definitely going into the end of the race. Vyom will try to fight back, and he does try to get very close to Quick Killer, but that's not really happening. Sonic Hawk survives another day, and once again, because Chips was not in that battle anymore, it is TBK on the back of Sonic Hawk once again, who's on the back of Vyom now. So Vyom also losing a lot of time, and I don't think he might have damage. That's probably the case. But either way, it is Sonic Hawk who squeezes his way past Vyom into the fast left exit again. TBK, a lot of overspeed, and Vyom. I think there was contact. TBK did tap the back of that Aston Martin. I could be wrong. It could be Vyom just losing it on himself, all by himself, as Caesar gets the fastest lap of the race. VFX, by the way, has overtaken Bloodwave. That came out of nowhere, and that gap which Bloodwave had has evaporated. But Bloodwave now needs to think about pitting. There's only 10 laps to go after this one.
I think he's just waiting for a safety car at this point.
Yeah, he'll have to wait for a safety car, but there are drivers behind who will not pit until the end of the race. And Vyom gets a 5 seconds, so that's his race down the drain. Easy will bot on Jishnu. No, Easy will bot is not really close enough to make a move here, but is Azun, the two stewards, Azun and Sid Venkatesh going side by side. Azun has overtaken Sid, and that's him up into P9. But Azun,
Makes his way again.
do you think his tires can last until the end of the race? He still has 8 more laps to go, 9 more laps to go, sorry. So, oh, Someone retired. It's Sid Venkatesh is a
Sid
safety car.
Venkatesh.
It's a safety car and
That's
blood wave,
exactly what
perfect
Bloodwave
time.
wanted.
Sid completely losing it out of that corner in sector 1. That curve can catch out of quite a few drivers.
Does Vifx fit now? It's important.
Yeah,
I think he
let's
might
find
just.
out. Yeah, because a lot of drivers might pit onto those soft tires. So let's see what VFX does. But if it does pit, that's gonna hamper his teammate. Bloodwave is gonna get held up in the pits because it's a Williams double stack. If that happens, VFX might. Oh, VFX
Vifx
is
is coming
pitting,
in.
and Bloodwave has to pit as well. So this is not good news for Bloodwave, but I can understand why VFX. But TBK stays out. What a legend!
Vifx 5 seconds.
VFX! Now I think this might be a glitch, Nupshan. I don't think so many drivers can get 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane in the same race. So, like there's a glitch in the game which gives you a 3-second time penalty straight away.
It's an Alfa Romeo 1-2 right now,
Yeah,
by the
it
way.
is because Azun decided to stay out as well. But this might be a glitch here. And once again, more work for stewards if it is actually a glitch. But I hope it's not, and I hope drivers have misjudged where they needed to brake. But anyways, Srikanth, happy birthday, bro. If in fact is your birthday, because or if it's
It's
tomorrow, I'm not sure. But let's see. Hushrav is on the softs as well, so right. So Jen is saying that oh, it's tomorrow. Okay, I'm not sure why people are wishing you today, unless they are in Japan, where it might already be the 6th of August, which is not the best of the day for Japan. I'm sorry I brought that up. But either ways, Jin is saying that Blood X-Ray probably tapped VFX going into the pits, which is why that happened.
could
Right.
be. Let's
So,
see.
yeah, could be. But we can see a few people, Easy Bot and Bharat and Azun and TBK, only 4 drivers on the mediums, everyone else on
And only
softs
the top two on a set of used tires. Everyone else on
is on
fresh set
fresh
of tires.
tires. Yep. So it is going to be an Alfa Romeo train, the whole.
Yep, led by top GTBK.
Led by Azun and TBK. So it's going to be fun. I see Caesar thankfully not lapped. So, after all that drama, Caesar might still get a lot of points here. So might Hushrav as who did pit? I think
Azul
Azun
pit.
pit. Well, I'm
What an
not sure
idiot.
why.
Why is he pitting now?
He's trying to save
It's a,
tire life, but he'll let go of all track position. But I think that's how he
yeah.
prefers it, right? He doesn't want track position. Vyom is in the
He's
pits again,
just a
and
dumb guy.
Vyom
What
on
do
the
I
set
even
of
say?
mediums now. So Azun lost 11 positions because of that pit stop,
Yeah.
and watch him sneak his way to a top 5 finish once again,
I
guys.
wouldn't say
Because
top 5. I'd say maybe points, but I mean, why would he not pit on the lap before? I don't
he
understand.
doesn't want to be caught up in the
Okay.
action. He wants for the action to reveal or unravel itself before him and not around him. And he can, as I said, snake his
I'm
way through
pretty sure he just
ghosted cars.
forgot to pit or something. I don't
Nah, I
think.
think let's give Azul more credit than that.
Nah,
But
I won't give Azul any credit. Nah. I'm not eligible to give him any credit.
yeah, you're not
Doesn't
eligible
deserve
for anything. But
doesn't deserve any name.
Vyom has caught up, so it is just Caesar who is probably going to delay this safety car by one more lap. So yeah,
Maybe
penalty
not.
warning for Caesar. That's all I'll say. But I hope this is the last safety car. Probably, and we can probably get along.
I mean, safety car isn't in yet, but TBK is making a gap for whatever reason. I'm not sure that's allowed.
I don't know why TBK is. I mean, safety car is not in this lap. Does he? Is he going to do a restart? TBK! What did
It
he
is
just
in
do?
this
It is
lap,
in this
so
lap.
It was
And that's
smart, I guess,
yeah, that
but
was smart, but I don't know if he has damage. It definitely has grass on his tires, and TBK has gone. And oh my god, what did I just see? Almost DNF'd his way from the lead. VFix in P2 is gonna be very, very quick and hot on heels on TBK. We'll keep an eye out on what's happening behind as Blood Wave is riding that curve a little bit too much than for his liking. Into P6 and on the back of Jishnu, I don't think anyone is going to go for any moves here. But Sonic Hawk, what a brilliant race from him, and he could finish really strong here if he plays his card right. And let's see what he does. As I can see, Bloodwave getting very close to Jishnu. Is he going to go for a move? He thought about it, Bloodwave, but he does not do that. As VFX very close. This is peak IRL cinema, guys, because wait, there is an incident happening. There is an incident happening. Quick Killer going for a move. Quick Killer does get through. What a brilliant overtake. Quick Killer up into P2, and now Jishnu is trying to make his way past VFX. So VFX, instead of taking the lead, has dropped down to P4 here. What has happened in the past couple of corners?
Quick Killer for the lead.
And Quick Killer going into the lead. Jishnu takes P2. TVK losing more time. Can he get past? Oh, can VFX get past? No, he does not. In fact, his blood wave is getting past. VFX, you have to feel sorry for him there. That's a lot of positions lost. As Bloodwave now on the back of. Oh my god, that is so dangerous. There was waiting until the last moment to pull out from the slipstream, and Bloodwave up into P3. So that is probably going to be consecutive podiums for him. Jishnu going for a move on Quick Killer, and I don't think Quick Killer was fighting it at all. Looked like he lifted off there. And VFX now getting past TBK. Yes, he does. So that's VFX up into P4. Does have that 5-second penalty, so that's something which he'll have to contend with until he can request for a removal of that. If
I think TBK was intentionally blocking VFX from what I've seen. I might be wrong, but from what I've seen, it looked like that.
Well, here goes. Oh no! Bhai, thoda. Oh my god, it's Quick Killer. Oh, this is a safety car.
Another one.
Easy Level Bot and Epic Brothers, the gap was closing there, and I think Easy Level Bot did deserve more space there. But that is another safety car, and we could be here all night, Nuksan, if this continues. I mean, I want to play some FIFA.
This is fun, but, yeah, but it is some goals.
It is not fun. It is not fun. Trust me. No one's pitting. I don't think anyone's gonna pit unless they have damage.
Epic Brothers has and he's cut the pit and again.
Epic Brothers is gonna pit. Chips is up into P6. Easy Level Bot is in the pits as well. Caesar. Look, look at that. Hussav up into P7 with a damaged car, I presume.
Yeah, with a broken car.
But yeah, that's because he has kept his nose clean.
This snake.
I told you. I mean, there's still a top 5 finish on for him. He's in P9 right now. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna get more than 2 points from this race. Hussav up into P7. Sonic Hawk. Easy Level Bot gets a 3-second under the safety car. How? Well, that's probably his third warning of the day. Sonic Hawk is in the pits. I'm not sure if Sonic Hawk got any damage, but evidently he did, which is why he's in the pits. Was fighting for a podium position. TBK is still adamant on those mediums, so he will once again fight for positions and make lives miserable for people around him. Bish is asking, when did TBK get ahead of VFX? Bish, that was just before the safety car. We didn't catch it on the stream, but it was while Easy Level Bot and Epic Brothers were going almost side by side and had an incident, which is when TBK got ahead of VFX. So probably on that back straight, just a few meters ahead, that overtake did happen. But hopefully the last safety car, I mean, I keep saying hopefully, and then the game continues to deploy safety cars. So I hope that this is truly the last safety car we have, and the drivers can keep their cars out of trouble for the next 3-4 laps. We're going to have only 3 laps of racing, I believe, because the safety car will come in at the end of next lap. So
Yep, we'll have 27, 28, 29.
yeah, so that will mean a last lap DRS for people who want to make those overtakes. And oh, VFX getting very close to TBK, almost getting his wing broken there, and just in the lead of the race. Remember how tides have turned. Vishnu
From
was
P2 to P20 and then back to
yeah, and then
P1.
back to P1. Yeah, well, not exactly P20, but you know what we mean, right? It was towards the end of the back of the field. Is where him and Hushrav were, and now he's leading the race with Hushrav in P7. So all's well that ends well, I guess, but it's not ended yet, and there are very quick and impatient and aggressive drivers around Jishnu and Hushrav both. So this would be a lot of fun, and the likes of Caesar and Epic Brothers, Bharat, Sonic Hawk, Easy Bot could still score points if D1 becomes B1 again. Utkarsh is asking, yes, Utkarsh is going to be the busiest week you have seen as a steward so far. So get ready to work with Noah because I'm taking a week off. I just don't want to look at these incidents. As a commentator, I've looked at it enough, and my verdict is NFA for all incidents. So if you want to change that, then that's on you and Noah. Safety car is in this lap. Jishnu is going to lead the safety car restart, and as Hushrav is using some profanity in the comment section. So can we give a penalty to a steward? I think we can. So we'll do that. So let's wait when.
I have to check this out.
I mean, it's a very civil profanity he has engaged in. But
Either way, I mean, if he's abusing you, I have to check it out.
right. So safety car is going to be in this lap. They're going to have 3 laps of racing, and I request all drivers. This is a message from the race director to all drivers. So just keep it clean for 3 laps. That should not be very difficult.
Or don't, doesn't really matter.
No, please do. Don't listen to Nukshan. Jishnu is still not gone. Bloodwave trying to get temperature on his tires, and TBK is just quite some way off. So what you're saying, Nukshan, earlier could be right, but I'm not entirely sure. But we are underway for the final 3 laps of this safety car Grand Prix, and that's a good turn one by Bloodwave. He might be very close to Quick Killer to go for a move. Does he go for a move? He's gonna have to choose the outside line, but then has to. Rachel Lakwani being this as TBK and VFX going side by side, and VFX gets a 3-second time penalty. That is once again. Oh, that's TBK on the grass. Oh, TBK! TBK is trying to get his way behind. Bloodwave gets a 3-second time penalty. Hushrav up into P6, and now Bloodwave on Quick Killer. Is Bloodwave going to go for a move? This is not going to end well if either one does not give enough space, but they do give enough space, and Bloodwave has to stay in P3, but VFX is catching. But catching VFX is Chips. And Vyom and Shala going also side by side. I think there is some contact that's bound to happen here. And then it does not. Wow, they do surprise me, these drivers sometimes. They're going still side by side. Oh, that's the contact which I was hoping does not happen. And look at these cars, my god. Like 7, 8 cars fighting with the same bit of track. And there's
Bharat is out, I think.
He's not out, he was spun. And there's a yellow flag. Oh my god, it's all kicking off here. Caesar up into P10. Azun has lost positions and all that. From P9 is down into P11. Now Caesar is using his battery to full effect. He's trying to go for a move on Epic Brothers. He's going to send it down the inside, Caesar. And I think he might just get his overtake done. Yes, it does. That's a good move. Aggressive from Caesar. But I think he has had enough and he's going to score at least 2 points this race. The audio is glitched when I go on board with the drivers. So we'll have to wait until that's sorted out. And let's see what happens. But Vyom on the back of Hushrav now. Now remember, Hushrav is wounded. So let's see how much of a battle.
He has some rear wing damage, Hushrav.
Yeah, so
that's with charge.
Yeah.
You can see how much Vyom just caught up over there.
He's catching up
on the medium tire
quite a lot. So we'll have to wait and watch. The cars going side by side behind Epic Brothers and Azun. And Azun trying to go for a move, but does not really work
Easy
out for
level
him.
bot sends on, and Azun just, as always, backs out.
Yeah, Azun does back out. DRX is enabled for the last lap of the race. Quick Killer on the back of Chips. Quick Killer, sorry, not on the back. Vifix on the back of
Perfect.
Quick Killer. And I think he might be very close. Vifix, not on this occasion, not in turn 3, but on the back straight, Vifix might have a real chance. As here goes
Supreme
Vyom
leader on
now.
Vyom.
Yep, and he has overtaken. I mean, he's gonna get overtaken here if not careful by Charles Leclerc. And Bharat gets a 5-second time penalty behind them. There are cars going side by side, and thankfully all of them do come out in one piece through that section. As Azun is still
Backs
side by
out.
side with another driver. Azun backs out. VFix does overtake Quick Killer, so that's VFix up into P3. But of course, there are time penalties to be accounted for this last lap of the race. Jishnu is on his way to win this one, but Vyom and Leclerc and Hushrav are still fighting for it. And Hushrav stays ahead. And look at these cars behind them. So many of them battling for that single piece of track. Leclerc is ahead of Vyom now. And let's then turn our attention back to Jishnu, who's gonna win his first race this season. That's Jishnu. A topsy turvy race for him. It's Williams 2 and 3, but Quick Killer does take that podium away from Bloodwave. And in fact, VFX Chips in P4, Easy Level Bot and Caesar are gonna finish behind them, but there might be more position changes
Hey,
after
Hushrav
that.
and Vyom collide. They've gone down quite a
Oh
bit.
my god, what happened there?
They did
Hushrav finishes
collide.
P10. Completely missed that. Azun P7,
Seven.
Sonic Hawk P8, Easy Level Bot P9, Hushrav in P10, Epic Brothers in 11, Vyom in 12, and I think that was incident with Leclerc as well, because Leclerc was between Hushrav and Vyom.
Yep, that's what I said. Hushrav
And completely, yeah. So those three had an incident of their own. TBK, after fighting for the podium for so long, is still getting those 3-second time penalties.
I bet he's thinking about DNFing on track on purpose over here.
Yeah, he might do that. Look at his
He knows-
cars
he knows we are
completely
watching, so
fishtailing
let's see if he does it.
through the final sector. And of course, he's gonna make life difficult.
has
And as retired on
I don't know
track
if that's a penalty or
for
not.
Quick Killer for TBK. But that's the end of a very, very hectic but not surprisingly riddled with safety car Grand Prix in Melbourne. Nubshan, if you can get Jishnu, Quick Killer, and I want to say Bloodwave, who were
Yep,
our
Bloodwave.
top three, as Jishnu with the. I've never seen that celebration earlier where he uses the Indian flag. But yeah, maybe that's a new feature, and Jishnu has given EA some more money than the rest of us. But
Give them
yeah,
as less as possible.
right, so that's the end of the race. We'll have a short chat with the people in top three. That's Jishnu, Quick Killer, and Bloodwave. But a lot of drama. Caesar gets the fastest lap of the race, so he will get 1 extra point from this. But what you see right now is not how the points table will look after stewards' inquiries are done, which will be, of course, handled by Noah and Utkarsh. So
And
this could, yeah, that's it. No, and there are only 2 stewards this week. But right, so Jishnu is already in the party. Jishnu, hello, congratulations. Just wait for a couple of minutes until
let's
Quick
wait for
Killer
this,
and Bloodwave can join. I'm not sure Bloodwave will join. So once Quick Killer is here, let's get this moving. Right, so Quick Killer, hello, hope you can hear us, and please ensure that your audio sharing is on so we can hear you on the stream. People can hear you on the stream as well.
How do I do that? There your
Uh,
voice. Yes.
I think it's loading. So.
right, so let us know, Quick Killer, when you have done that.
It's already.
Okay, great. So Quick Killer, take us through that race. First of all, qualifying as well, because you kind of surprised us with your pace. You had very good quali pace and evidently very good race pace as well. And talk us through the battles you had with VFX, with Bloodwave, with Jishnu as well. and one particular incident where it seemed like you let Jishnu through. So, yeah, wherever you want to start.
Not gonna lie, I did not practice at all. Where did that pace come from? Race pace? पता नहीं क्या था क्या. There were plenty of safety cars which helped me a lot. At one point, I know Jishnu was faster. So I was like, जान दे उसको आगे जाने को फाइट करके कुछ फायदा नहीं है. Then after like 1 or 2 laps बाद में safety car होने के बाद it was that wave right behind. Tata he was also faster than me. Fight होने के बाद मतलब जान दे कर. Then I saw he had a 3 second time penalty. And within 3 seconds I'll get a P2. That's it. Another.
Right, okay, and this is the pace if you are showing when you haven't practiced at all. I think yeah, just keep not practicing because it was it was quite quick from you out there today. No pun intended. But Nukshan, any questions for Quick Killer before we move on to Jishnu?
No, not
Bloodwave
really.
is here.
It was quick throughout.
Hello.
I mean, the kind of pace I expected to see from this guy, because he sweats so much. So, yeah, just congrats, QK, nice one.
Right. All right, moving on to Jishnu, our sweat
Bloodwave is here. Sorry, Bloodwave
for.
is here.
Oh, is he here? Bloodwave, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up? Hello.
Hey, Bloodwave, congratulations. What a drive. And congratulations for your previous race win in Belgium as well. We couldn't really speak to you that time around. But talk us through this race. Talk us through turn one. You were a bit on the grass. And I
Yeah.
think it was a very eventful race. So just recap if you can.
Yeah. So turn one, I was alongside with an Aston Martin. I'm not sure who it was, but not quite enough space on the outside. So I went on the curb, lost the car a bit, got on the grass, and then when the safety car came out, I had a problem where these people passed me right before the safety car. Like we were alongside, and it gave them the position. So I had to lose a place to Caesar as well. And then on that restart, Caesar kinda didn't leave enough space, but he was also lagging for me when him and me crashed. And he spun around when I was on his inside at turn one. After that, it was just, I don't know, it was going good. And then when I was behind Vifix, my teammate, I think he kind of broke a little bit early for the pits. I'm not 100% sure. That's what I felt like. And then I didn't want to go into the back of him, so I had to kind of steer left to avoid him, and I hit the wall, and that gave me damage for the rest of the race, like when I made my pit stop. And after that, it was hard to keep the car on track because I was just understeering everywhere, and I got a 3 second penalty as well after that.
Yeah, but consecutive
Yeah,
podiums
that's
nonetheless. So that double stack, I think, probably did hurt you a little bit as well in the last safety car. So, but still managed to get a podium. So that's insane pace, Bloodwave, and very happy to see that. From I think last season was very unfortunate for you, but this season
Yeah.
finally we are seeing the driver that you are and the pace which you have to offer. So good job today. And Noobsan, any questions before we move on to Jishnu? Nokshan doesn't seem to be around.
Hello.
Hello.
No, I was just
Yes.
gonna ask about the double stack with Vifix, but Bloodwave covered it already. So, I mean, congrats on the podium
you.
today and the race win from last week.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
All right, and now moving on to who was I was already introducing earlier is the Sweat Master of Division One, and that has actually paid off finally. This is second race win after Canada last season. Jishnu, what a race! What a quali first of all, front row, and then going to the back of the field and then making your way up amidst so many incidents and chaos and safety cars. Take us through your race and the battles you had.
Yeah, I mean, quali for my side was actually disappointing. I think pole was on. Um, Too bad to see that the pole was slower than D2's pole, but I think with all good could have been a 16.9, but I just invalidated the final run. But nonetheless, I mean P2 is a good start for the race. had a good start. Then Hushra caught on quick the second phase of the start, so I had to keep up P2. I went on the curb a bit, so the curb threw me out the car. So I just had to continue from there. Then yeah, then just it was pretty normal race. I could see I was faster than Hushra on the straight, so I was just managing the race till then. Um, then me and Hushra boxed after the first or second safety car. Yeah, second safety car. Then I think it was a pretty bad decision from my side because the level of chaos in the middle just broke my wing, and then I had to box again, which I was I think last or second last. And then it was just head down focus, get as much as possible I can. And luckily I got safety cars, which really helped me. And then I went on the soft, which was really good. I felt I had good pace, and then a quick killer let me by, which was good. No fight there, but I think then Bloodwave caught up. He was pushing me from there. I didn't push too hard. I didn't want to make any mistakes, but just finish the race. And yeah, P1 of the season, my second win of IRL. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, now you have one more race win than me, just now. So yeah, congratulations for topping me on the
Your loyal
leaderboard.
subscriber.
But and my loyal subscriber to my YouTube channel who always watches my streams and gives me a lot of confidence. But yeah, what a weekend for you! Just no race win here. Guardiola signed. I mean, you're winning in life. But Noob sir, any questions before we end this
I mean,
stream?
I was just gonna bring up Guardiola and if that channel, Heptim channel is in their Kundalini, but you beat me to it, I guess. So yeah, just congrats, Jishnu. That's what three podiums in a row now for you.
Yeah, I'm
P1,
really
P2,
lucky to
P3. So
have some luck also, but it was some hard work also. So good for the
yeah,
season.
we've seen at 10 a.m. in the morning.
When all of us are busy, making a living, Jishnu is
When
on
by
his.
all of us, he doesn't include himself when he says that.
Yeah, I do. But either ways,
Sure,
congratulations,
buddy.
Jishnu. Congratulations to Bloodwave and Quick Killer as
Yeah,
well, and to everyone else who did manage to survive this chaos which we just saw. But
the
that's it
car.
from the comms box this weekend. We'll see you next week in Saudi Arabia. It might be someone else who's doing commentary, but that's it from IRL this weekend. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye, good night, and enjoy the weekend.